This film is being made to give prospective brides and grooms a bit of an insight as to some of the better places in Broome that you can have either your ceremony and your reception.
So Lukey, Redell Beach.
This is Redell Beach.
This is Redell Beach.
We've entered in the middle car park. There's 3 car parks at Redell Beach.
Yes.
And like we've said before, Redell Beach has the quality of being a completely different place every 30 or 40 metres that you walk.
Definitely. You don't really have to go for photos anywhere else.
Yeah.
Here you get everything from your red rocks to rock pools, ocean, really a bit of everything. And I guess with the car parks, when we talk about there's 3 car parks, you've got one car park closest to the port,
Yep.
which is where you enter in. We're in the middle car park, and then the other one is closest to the lighthouse, Ganthium Point, really.
Sure. Yes, brings back a lot of memories for me. I got married just up the beach a little bit that way.
Back in the day when Lukey Dick sealed the deal.
That's right.
So Lukey, so many ceremony locations along Redell Beach. So much space from your intimate elopements to your bigger weddings, larger weddings. Like this in particular is one spot. You don't need signing tables.
Yeah.
Use the rocks, the beautiful rocks as your signing table. You have any backdrop that you want down here. Accessibility though, do you want to talk us through that?
Yeah, so accessibility to Redell Beach is a little bit harder. I'd probably say it's one of the hardest beaches to get down to.
Definitely.
You're definitely not going to get a wheelchair down here, no matter which way you try and enter.
That's very correct.
And you'd be pushing it with a pram too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and if you're wanting to get drinks and everything down here, you are going to be lugging those SPs.
Yeah, you're going to want to give yourself an extra hour or 2 to do that.
Exactly. Your hire companies, look, they will take it on and that, but they are lugging across Rugged Edge to get arbours in and everything. Right. People still have arbours down here and chairs and everything, but yeah, sometimes it's just allowing the beauty of these red rocks and the ocean to be your backdrop.
We did mention earlier, Elle, that Broome is a great place to get married at any time of the year,
yes.
But it does get a bit sticky between October and March, April.
Yeah.
Something that we should mention too is obviously if you do want to get married in the wet season, there are other obstacles you need to worry about.
Yes.
For instance, if a cyclone's coming through, not only will you not be able to use the area you want to use, you may not even be able to fly your friends into Broome because the planes stop,
Airport.
The trucks stop, so there's little amounts of food. Yeah, sometimes it's even hard to get fuel sometimes in Broome.
Definitely.
So all of those things are just something to keep in mind when it comes to getting married. I mean, in the dry season, it's not really a problem.
Definitely not.
Because we've got perfect days every day. But in the wet season, definitely something to keep in mind. And I mean,
today's a spectacular day.
For a wet season day, it's a ripper. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a storm the other weekend, and you know, that was the winds and everything, and yeah, the water, flooding, trucks, and then you're fighting locals for food.
That's right.
Not a good thing.
It's okay if you don't mind having packets of chips and 2-minute noodles at your reception.
Tin of Spam.
That'll work.
That'll work. Oh, look. So yeah, Redell Beach, when you talk to couples, especially Broome locals that get married here, Redell seems to have that real special place. It seems to be, when they describe it, there's something about it. I don't know, Lukey, like when you hear it, it's very different to all the other locations that we've been to.
It definitely is. It's got its own thing. It's special for me because I used this area when I got married, and when I got married it was a super small wedding.
Yeah.
So there was only about 6 or 7 of us there.
Yeah.
But to be able to use the beach for the potential of photos, it's really amazing. And it's another beach that it does get used by the locals, but it's not going to be packed out like Ganthium Beach or Cable Beach or north
Point.
of the rocks. Even Entrance Point gets
Yeah.
used a lot more than this area.
Well, no cars can come down here.
You can't get a car down, so you won't have problems of vehicles being in your photos.
That's it. A lot of tourists don't actually know that this exists, or they'll start to hit the red dirt road, you know, it's a bit corrugated, and think, oh, I won't venture too far, because that's what you have to do to get in here.
Sure.
And then, yeah, climb some rocks to get down. But when you're down here, it's truly magical, and you really do have the place to yourself.
It's
Like you
worth the
said,
trek.
it is. Even in peak season, you'll have a few locals with their dogs, but nothing like that's what, once every so often. Yeah, like that's it. You really have the beach to yourself most of the time. It's, yeah. Some of my couples have said to me it's a pretty spiritual place here. Like very,
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to explain it.
yeah. So Lukey, we've basically scratched the surface of locations of Broome. Literally
Right.
just scratched it. There's so many other amazing places, but we've really touched on some of our favourites, but there's plenty more to showcase.
Definitely heaps. So I guess we didn't even get around to the hovercraft base where
No.
there's another amazing beach with the red pindan and wonderful
Yeah.
crystal blue with the mangroves.
Yes, and you can have your ceremony and location there under the stars, cocktail settings. So, and we didn't even get to all the resorts.
Yeah, that's a whole nother chapter.
Whole nother chapter. Going up Cape Levique, up the
Yeah,
Cape. There's
yeah.
so much up there.
And the other way, there's Eco Beach. as
Eco
well.
Beach.
Yeah.
Like, we have something for everyone here. It's just, yeah, we've only scratched the surface and we've got plenty more to show. But yeah, if Broome really grabs a hold of you and you think this is where we want to have our moment and celebrate the amazing thing that we have with our partners, yeah, get amongst it and find your spot.
There'll be a spot for you.
There will, very much so.
Great. Thanks so much for spending some time with me, Elle, and talking about
Nice,
weddings.
Lukey. I mean, I liked you, but I've come to really like you now.
Thanks.
I wish I had a map so to dangle in front of you. Drive it. Wrong with you.